Part 3, tools that can help. So here's an infographic that I was designing today. Hopefully it makes sense to you guys. Really, when you're thinking about collaboration tools, you're thinking of 3 different types. You're talking about peer-to-peer, which are going to be green, teacher to student, which are the blue ones, and teacher to class, which are orange. Now, if you'll notice, some of these rings have multiple colors on them. That's because these tools have multiple uses. Google, for example, you can take a Google Doc and have it peer-to-peer, teacher to student, or teacher to class. I mean, it's a very ubiquitous tool. Others are a bit more specific to their particular category, but hopefully the visuals are helpful to you. So let's go through some of these. The first one for peer-to-peer, for tools that help. Now, again, if you'd like to find a tutorial on either of these or any of these tools you see, we have it in the nest. Or you can just Google YouTube tutorial for whichever one you see. I'm just going to go through and kind of briefly tell you what they are. So when talking about peer-to-peer tools for collaboration, first one is Glogster. Glogster is like a poster, an interactive poster where kids can, work on a project, add videos, add text, add, GIF files, GIF files, or whatever, and it allows for them to kind of collaboratively work on that. It can be used just by a student by themselves, but they can also work together on it. Another peer-to-peer would be Minecraft. So if you have Minecraft education, now this may not be an app that you've used in the past. You may just think it's a video game, but there's an entire philosophy about Minecraft education and how you can use it in school, how you can use it in class. Give you a quick example of that. You could tell, okay, here's a math problem. Here is 3 times 4. Build that for me. What does that look like in blocks? So really it's a virtual playground. Another one, let's say you're learning about Egypt and the pyramids. You can say, okay, I want you to build a to scale Sphinx or to scale Golden Gate Bridge. The last one here is Coggle. Coggle is an app that, it's actually a website that allows for you to make kind of like those brainstorming mind maps. So you can have, like, if you pair students together and say, hey, I want you guys to think about XYZ or break something down using a mind map, they can collectively very easily go onto it together and start, collaborating on it. It's a really nice tool, really easy to use. The next one we have here is teacher to student. So tools that helps for that. Again, you're going to notice on this one, it's got all the rings on here because these 3 tools can be used in any of the ways that, whether it's peer-to-peer, teacher to student, teacher to class. I mentioned Google Suite, so tons of different examples of that, whether it's you're presenting with a slide or doing a Google Meet with feedback one-to-one with the kids. I think we all know those. Whiteboard. That was one I showed you yesterday. That one's cool because it allows for collaboration. You can add contributors to it. So I can start a whiteboard. I can add like 3 of my friends. You guys they can start playing around together. Again, that virtual play space. And they can actually start building things and jotting ideas down together. So it's really cool and it's free. The other is Book Creator. So Book Creator is, at least what I've seen at the school, has predominantly been used in elementary. It's really easy to use, but that doesn't mean you can't do high-level, high-quality stuff on it. Even secondary students can use Book Creator if they'd like. What's cool about Book Creator and the way you can use it from teacher to student is if you use VoiceThread or you just edit it and leave comments. So Book Creator is a great tool. Check it out. Finally, we have teacher to class. So this is going to be you using tools to, have collaboration within the whole class. Get that whole class participation. One of them is Flipgrid. So Flipgrid is basically a app or website that allows for you to ask questions. You can put them on there, and then you send it out. Kids click on the big plus sign, and then they get like a voice. They get a little mini video of their response. So it's a really good tool. It's really fun, interactive. Kids can comment on it as well, which is also cool because then a kid can say something, and then other kids can respond to it. Awesome tool. And then it also create that Flipgrid. you can integrate it into Nearpod. That's a bonus. Kialo is really cool. It's, I would say, probably for more upper primary and secondary, but essentially what it does is it allows for you to talk about certain debate topics, and you can have your two different sides, and then kids can then add comments or artifacts or arguments to defend each side. Really cool, really easy to use. Kialo, check it out. That one's good to get that kind of class debate. Choose a side and add arguments to it. And I was in Anne Marie's 7th grade English class not too long ago, and they were doing something very similar to this. Really cool, really passionate. It was fun. The last one is Padlet. So I think we all know what Padlet is. If you've never heard of Padlet, it is essentially a big board that you can type in different responses to. Now, for Nearpod, they have this, but it's called Collaborate, but it only works in the live sessions. With Padlet, I believe you can just have that Padlet there and people can add to it even if you're not synchronously with them. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for staying for this long session. It's my longest one. Apologize. If you have any thoughts, questions, or comments, please add them at the end. Really appreciate you guys watching. If you have ideas for more videos that you'd like to see, let me know, and we will make it happen. Next time, we're going to be taking a look at assessments. We're going to be looking at formative and summative assessments with remote learning. So important. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. It'll be my 5th one. 5th in 5 days. It's a lot of work. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you again. Bye.